Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Richard Unicorn Caller here, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm gonna be a little toxic in this video. We're gonna be hating because I love being a hater, and I just love being toxic. This has to concern with not only raids, but a specific spell and the word meta, and pretty much just raids in general, and just my frustration with raids. We're not going to talk about the resources needed, like making a raid key and all that stuff. We've already talked about that stuff many times on the channel, but I do want to talk a little bit about the strategies and just, I don't know, just the meta of things. I really hate the word meta, if I haven't made that clear enough. I really hate the word meta, because when people follow a meta, a meta like a strategy, they usually stick with that meta for a very long time, and it makes them have basically no adaptability and no flexibility with everything. So over here, I'm going to show you right here a certain spell. This spell is called Lord of Squall. It's basically this Forest Lord type of variant spell, and they have this type of spell for all of the other schools, and it would be cool to see if this was trainable one day or anything like that, but basically it's allowed in raids. It's not a PvP banned spell, meaning it is trainable by whatchamacallit. Well, yeah, you can use it in raids, and it helps a lot. Basically, 918 to 1006 base damage, storm damage to all enemies. It requires 8 pips, 70% accuracy, yada yada yada. It's a pretty cool spell to have, and I really do wish it was trainable, but instead it is a treasure card. And in order to get this treasure card, you need to farm for it. And here are the drop locations from here. It looks like it drops from a few people, but just like any other treasure cards, it really does suck to farm for certain items, especially if the boss or the enemy isn't dropping it enough. I mean, I'm over here in Imperia trying to farm for a specific jewel to drop, which is going to take me probably a long time. And we talked about novice farming, which again, you don't really get your lucky drops, but yeah, it's not so easy to get Lord of Squall, but if you do have Lord of Squall, I would probably consider keeping them, as they are providing use in the raids. So the thing is, though, here's the thing, here's the catch I have for you guys and the entire community. So what happens if, just an if, what happens if KI decide to just ban this spell? What if they ban all of the Forest Lord variant treasure card spells, like Lord of Squall, and you can't use them in raids anymore? Then what? Do we just sit in our chairs and watch anime and we can't raid anymore? No! Of course you can raid without this treasure card. That's the whole point of raids. It's to go in there with 12 people, despite whatever cards you want to pick. You can choose whatever spell you want. Just go in and destroy nullity, and work as a team, coordinate your attack, and get that win. The whole point when the raids first came out was to get a win. It wasn't even about the drops. I personally didn't care about the drops. I just wanted a win, and we went on a losing streak for a long time. I made a whole video about that, and then we eventually got good at it. We got a win. We actually got 4 wins, I believe, yesterday. Yeah, 2 days ago, right? Which is awesome, right? And we had a Storm Wizard on my guy, Wolf. He really wanted to be on the Storm Vanguard, but, of course, this card, Lord of Squall, was recommended. Again, let me reiterate, you do not need this single treasure card to participate in a raid. Okay? If you're not gonna raid because of this treasure card, I don't want you in my guild, man. I'm sorry. You gotta be flexible, man. You gotta be flexible, and you gotta be willing to try new things, right? And the thing is, we've won the raid times without the Lord of Squall treasure card. We've done Sirens, Stormlord. As long as you're dealing damage, you can succeed. Here's the thing, and like I said just before, if I'm repeating myself, if this treasure card does get banned, what are you guys gonna do? You guys just not gonna raid anymore? Well, what? What's the problem? What? Really? Over one treasure card? Really? And this goes in with Jade Vanguards as well. Everybody was telling me, oh, Richard, you need to train a gobbler pet, which I did. Look on the screen. I want you to look at the screen right now. Look at the screen. Don't look away. Don't look away. Look at the screen. I've made so many gobbler pets. Here's one. I got Spellproof, Mighty, No Pain, No Gain, Healer, Medic, Spell Defy, Opal. Look at it. Alright. Alright. I thought this was a really good pet. I really did think this was a really good raid pet, but apparently it wasn't enough. You gotta go big, Richard. You gotta make a Gulcher pet now. And I'm just like, what? A Gulcher pet? I thought you guys told me to level up the Gobbler Balls. And I didn't just level up one Gobbler Ball and be like, oh yeah, I got super lucky with my Gobbler Ball. No, I hatched many Gobbler Balls. I did many. Some of them were failed. Some of them are pretty good and decent. Look at this one. This one got like a Hexter. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. I got this one over here, Spellproof, Spell Defy, Hexer, Healer, Medic. I can put whatever I want for the socket. You don't really need a Mighty. I feel like the Mighty pet talent, just for a few more points in the resist and the outgoing, is a little bit of a waste of a talent in my opinion. And also because someone told me, oh, you need to have the Hexter learned too. So I'm like, okay, then somebody told me, oh, you need to have Windstorm learned. And I'm like, what do you guys want? Okay, what do you guys want for the raids? I'm going to tell y'all what y'all want. Y'all want what you want for yourself, alright? And that's not what's good for the team. See, I noticed that the reason we were on such like a big losing streak for the raids, it wasn't because of RNG, it wasn't because of gear, it wasn't even because of this stupid Lord of Squall treasure card. Let me bring it back up here. It wasn't even because of this spell. You want to know why we were on such a losing streak? It was because of people. Can you believe that? That 12 players fail miserably multiple times. And you would think, oh, it's the spell. Oh no, it's the Jade's fault. Oh no, it's the Fire Wizard's fault. Oh no, it's the Storm Wizard's fault because he didn't have Lord of Squall. Like, oh no, the Storm Wizard didn't have this Aetham. Like, oh no, the Fire Wizard doesn't have this ring. It wasn't because of any of that. We made it to nullity many times before, but it wasn't because of that. It was because of people. Alright? It was always because of people. And I say this every time in this video game. When you are in these dungeons, you can decide if you want to make the game digitally hard for yourself. Like, if you want to have a very tough time with this game, go for it. You don't have to pack blades. You don't have to pack heals. If you want to have trouble in this game, go for it. Have trouble with it. I personally don't care. I got my loot. I don't care anymore. But the thing is about raids, when I was raiding, I wasn't really even concerned about the drops. You know, even when we got those raid wins, the last thing on my mind was the drops because I knew that it wasn't going to be any life gear, obviously. I pretty much got, like, every single raid gear except for life, which is, you know, not really surprising considering it's a KI game. But in the general aspect of it, I feel like a lot of people want to do these metas or these certain, you know, these certain strategies. And the problem with doing one strategy is that you don't really leave any room for accessibility and flexibility, right? I'm guaranteeing you this. If you're relying on this Lord of Squall treasure card, unless you have like a bunch of them, feel free to use them. But if you're on low supply of this treasure card, and you only want to raid with this treasure card, your guild is not going to be able to raid. We, as a guild, aren't going to be able to raid if we are reliant on this treasure card. Because if we run out of this treasure card, we're screwed. We have to farm for more. And if the treasure card gets banned, then we'll have to find an alternative. In which case, which might take a while, because people aren't open to being flexible. So my advice for every single person that does raids, right? I don't care what you do. I don't care what you put on Vanguard. I don't care what you do on the outside. But my only thing, I will say this, for raids or people that do want to raid, is be flexible. Okay? Because if you're not flexible and you're only relying on this spell, this treasure card, good luck, man. Like, literally, good luck. If you're really specific on the type of jade you get, good luck, man. It's so frustrating. I've heard stories of people trying to find jades, trying to find fire wizards, storm wizards, all of this. And it's just frustrating because we now have this 2-week cooldown with the guilds, which kind of sucks. But again, I'm not a game developer. I don't make this game. And the thing I really don't like how they made raids is how they made it reliant on school-specific elements. Like, oh, you gotta have a fire wizard for Vanguard. Oh, you have to have a storm wizard for this and that. The thing is, we have done Vanguard, 2 storm wizards, 1 fire wizard, 1 life J tank, and we won that fight. We won the whole raid with 2 storm wizards on Vanguard. Isn't that crazy? Right? It's just mind-boggling. It's just mind-boggling how this spell, this is a deal breaker. This should not be, if this is a deal breaker for anybody in my personal guild, leave. I don't want you in the guild. My guild is all about being fun, flexible. I get so many nice comments, be like, yo, I just love this guild. It's so nice raiding with y'all. You know, it's all fun. It's flexible. We get a couple of wins. We get a couple of losses. And hey, that's okay. We're still trying to be flexible and change the meta. Hey, you want to know what I did on my STO? I was casting the battle cantrips for the CTO, you know, the combat team, and those battle cantrips actually help that teams out a lot. It helps them out a lot. So my only advice, I'm done talking about this. We're done talking about this. My only advice for everyone is to try and be flexible with your playstyles. Don't just do the same old strategy over and over again, and don't be afraid to try new things. Because if you're relying on this, I don't know what to tell you. Now, they could actually ban it. You know, they could actually PvP ban the spell. Hey, they could. I mean, I don't care if they do. I really don't care what they ban. I don't care what they do to the gear. That's another thing. We don't know about these gear adjustments we talked about. We don't know if they're just going to completely destroy the Malastare robe for Storm Wizards. So now Storm Wizards that do have the Malastare robe are actually going to have to farm for gear for once in their life and actually replace that nasty old robe that they've been using since like 2016. Yes, it's time to drop the robe, but again, that's up to K. I'm not a game developer. I'm just a player, man. I'm just a player about to bully all of these Calamar riders so I can get some jewels. Let me know what you guys think about raids. And if you are interested in raids in my guild, we're very flexible. We're not reliant on just 50 fire wizards or this treasure card, Lord of Squall. It's a pretty fun time. But at the end of the day, if that's going to be a deal breaker for y'all, then don't join this guild. Simple as that. Just don't join the guild, man. That ends my rant. I am going to go drink and eat some pizza. I will see you guys later. And yeah, hopefully they ban the spell. I don't care what people say. But, oh, Richard, you're so toxic. Be like, I did say that in the beginning of the video. I was going to be toxic. So, I don't know. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care about the Novus gear. I don't care about the raid gear. I don't care about the pack gear. I don't care about the bundle gear. I don't care about this game. You know, it's just agitating. I feel like this whole entire first week has been non-stop moaning. I don't want to do that. I think I might upload a different video game tomorrow because I'm getting a headache from Wiz. Wiz is actually driving me to, like, the point of craziness. Like, mentally, I'm starting to, like, literally lose my sanity. Like, literally, that's how much farming I've done. Buying crowns, sucking on energy elixirs, all over the place. I'm done. Alright, I'm gonna cool off. Let me know what you guys think. Over a treasure card, like, really, guys? Really? Really? Y'all, so, oh my god. God help us all, man. Oh, man. That's crazy. Alright. We're done. Peace out. I will see you guys later. Peace.